I'm going to teach about I'm going to teach about something from our academy, and this is sponsored by HFM. You can sign up with the link below that you will see. So this is Explain Forex Academy. So we decided to, HFM contacted us in the morning, wanted us to teach you something small that will help you out. So then I'm going to teach about flips, flip entries. Flip entries, that's what I'm going to teach about, the origin of flip entries. Let's see how many people are joining up. Okay, so far 22. It's going to be very, very educative stuff for you. Yes, we are going to teach about flip entries, the origin and a deep understanding about flip entries. Okay, without wasting time, most people, when they see the word flip, they don't understand it. So another name for flips that people know is what we call the support becoming resistance, or resistance becoming support, or what you may call the previous demand zone becoming the supply, or the supply zone becoming the demand zone, or the previous bearish order block becoming the bullish order block, or the previous bullish order block becoming the bearish order block. So for flip entries, in our class, we have for flip entries, I'm going to discuss about how they come about. Is it okay? So most of the time, even flip entries, you can even call them the failed Quasimodos, the failed Chuems. But for this case, for flip entries, we have mainly 5 types of flip entries. So where I'm holding to is a little bit advanced from majority. So let me begin with something small. We know that flips, when you see price creating a high, low, high, let's assume it's a bullish trend. And know that for the bullish trend, we tend to have more of bullish candles than bearish candles. So when price comes back here down, we have here sufficient liquidity, or we have here sufficient buyers resting here. Sufficient buyers resting here. So then price continues up. Is it okay? Flip entries are going to have some bit of confirmations and some bit of risk approach. And the confirmation part, we shall use what we call the weak overlap. The weak overlap, is it okay? And the rejection breaks. So for this, for flips, when you see price creating a higher high, higher low, higher high, then price comes back to respect here. Most of the time, we tend to have here bullish, sufficient buyers resting here, or sufficient liquidity. That's when you see a lot of weak rejections. But in reality, this is how it would look like according to the theory. This is when you see price over rejecting a given key level. Price over rejecting, whereby buyers and sellers are always struggling on this high, then price later breaks out. When price breaks out, price always comes back here. But there are some things. This is why we developed the 5 models for entry. So I'm going to teach only model 1, which will be easy for you, but you have to follow a given system, which I'm going to show you. So we need to see at least the rejections happening here several times, because this indicates that we had here sellers resting here, price was able to push back them down. Is it okay? When price breaks above, price comes back here. This indicates we have here sufficient buyers. Sufficient buyers. Now the sufficient buyers are able again to push price back up to this high. Is it okay? Then price takes out that high. So we tend to see here several traders here. Is it okay? So let me do this. Let me even share this link here. I've just remembered right now. Okay, so you can use it in any time frame, which I'm going to show you. You can use it in any time frame you're comfortable with. So for this one, for the flips, we tend to see here sufficient buyers. So the same vice versa for the bears. We see price quotes for us a lower low, lower high, then price breaks this low. And we see price coming back to this level and then later sell. This is what's the best in books, you know. But in actual sense, flip entries, we can have here price rejecting several times, buyers trying to push up, so high, and sellers keep on resisting, then later price breaks through and we respect this area. Is it okay? So what you're going to learn today is what we call flip entry one. Is it okay? Flip entry one. It's under entries, which I'm going to teach you, which you can use in any area. Now, here's the question about the flip entries one. So for flip entries one, let's assume price maybe has left your area of interest and it's going up. It's very powerful in this area, what I tend to call the free world. The free world. You can use it there a lot, free world. Even when price is retracing here back down, we also call it the free world. So this one you will tend to see them most of the time. When price reaches the resistance, when price reaches this resistance, we don't take them. Is it okay? We ignore when price has just broken structure, regardless of any time from whether M1 up to 12 months. So the scenario one that I need to see, I will need to see this. I'm beginning the flip entry one approach. So we need to see price in a time frame that you've chosen as your highest. We see price over rejecting this high several times. Is it okay? When price keeps on rejecting this several times, we need to see candles breaking out. Is it okay? Candles breaking out with momentum. Now, when it breaks out with momentum, we shall always mark through these wicks. So this is flip entry one. Shall always mark these wicks. So when we mark with these wicks through across, we need to see here at least one candle, two candles at least. Two candles. Let's assume it's a bullish scenario. Let's make them the traditional colors, color blue, color green. Let's also add on another bullish one here, is it? Let's add in here one more bullish one. Now, we need to see colors of the same color, candles of the same color here. Now, this area is what we call the overlap, weak overlap, candles of the same color living here, or what we call the kissing candles, or what you call the open and close area, open and close. This is flip entry one model, which I'm going to teach, sponsored by HFM. So we can see here, we have here so many wicks. So this one, we have here candles of the same color, what we call the wick overlap. Now, if this is daily, we need to find here a higher high and a higher low in H4. And of course, this is how your H4 tend to look like. H4 look like this. Maybe you have several higher highs, higher lows. You know how price does its thing. You get taking out buyers, taking out sellers, sellers fighting with buyers, ranging some bit. Then we tend to see this. Now, at this area, we need to focus at this. So this is why we are going to see that in 4 hours, we shall have this. This is entry one, which I'm giving out. So you see price getting higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So when price is coming back here, we can take an entry. Is it okay? As of course, we have here um we tend to have there a higher high and higher low. If this is daily, this is flip entry one, which I'm teaching. We have here the daily. We have here, this is 4 hour. We can look for this in 4 hour, then we can take price inside here, then we buy. Is it okay? Even here, when other candles come back down, the bearish candles are retracing in. It's a very easy concept. Flip entry one is very easy. When other candles come back down, maybe tap in here, start to reject. We can leave here weak, taps in there in this weak overlap. Then we can see candles flying in the sky. Is it okay? Then we can see candles flying in the sky. So this is flip entry one. It's called because we have mainly 5 flip entry models. So I'm giving out one for you, and it's very common. So I have this daily. This will be 4 hour. If this is 1 hour, 1 hour chart, this will be 30 minutes, looking like this. If this is monthly, this will be in weekly. Is it okay? If this is yes, monthly to weekly. If this is 6 months, this will be 3 months. If this is 3 months, this will be 1 month. Is it okay? If this is 30 minutes, this will be 15 minutes doing this. If this is so we just keep it simple, you get 4 hour, we can have it with daily. This is 4 hour doing this is daily. So if it's 1 hour, we have to confirm it with 4 hour having an overlap. So if this is which other one? We have a weekly, we confirm it with monthly. If it's monthly, we use 3 months. Is it okay? If it is 3 months, we use 6 months. We check 6 months. If it is 6 months, we check 12 months. Is it okay? This is flip entry one. So if this is 30 minutes, we check 1 hour. Is it okay? And if it is 5 minutes, you check 15 minutes, regardless of whatever you trade. Is it okay? So the reason why price tends to reject that area a lot is because we tend to have sufficient buyers resting there, sufficient buyers resting in that area. Oh, okay. Let me first do this. Okay, it has refused. Let me just remove all that. So because we tend to have here sufficient buyers. So the same vice versa for the bearish one. Yeah, we tend to have also sufficient sellers resting there. So here we shall have a weak overlap. So in prices coming back down here, then we can wait for candles to come in here. So if this is monthly, this will be weekly creating several highs and lows. You see all this? So price will always come back here and tap in. Is it okay? And to roll over. So in reality, we need to see some chart examples. Even you're going to see some of them looking like this actually. Sometimes price may not have to, to create several highs and lows just to have one area that broke out. But sometimes price can have it in a unique format. It's just like this. Sorry. For this one, we have to mind about the overlap and the key area. So I think let me begin with USD Chef. Okay, I begin with USD Chef. So, but remember, this is very powerful if you're doing trend following, and the trend following, it will be making sense to you. Trust me on that. It will be making sense on your side. Now, here we can see that this is 1 week. What do we see here? We can see price over rejecting this area several times. This is the first tap, second tap, third tap. So what do we see? We can see that we have here an area of interest that caused first these sellers here. This is weekly. Of course, it will take a lot of time. I'm going to show you something. So this is a flip level entry. So if this is weekly, I have to first cut off here. If this is weekly, before that guy is coming in, let's check in the 1 month. You're going to see we shall have the candles of the same color dropping back down. And what do we see? An overlap. You see this? Let me first do this. You see these candles here, candles of the same color, indicating we have there an area. So sometimes we can call this an inside camouflage. We have two camouflages, inside and outside camouflage. So we tend to see that happening, then price drops in. Is it okay? Now, this is another entry model. This one, it also has here an overlap here in USD CHF in the 1 month. that caused this buy, because you can see here price rejecting, but it has an overlap. So if I take it to weekly, I will just begin with higher time frames, just to show you something. Now here we can see it stopped in this area. Is it okay? Stopped in this area, then it bought. Is it okay? It's very, very common in higher time frames and in smaller time frames. As I told you, it has to be in a free world, in a free area of interest. Let me show you more even in smaller time frames. So let me take you one which I took recently in the sales, in USDGF sales. So what do we see? We can see that price broke here down. Is it okay? Okay, let me just measure out all this. You see all this? We can see that price tapped in here first, second. Here we have sufficient sellers, or sufficient liquidity. So we can see that we have here this area of interest. Is it okay? Price came and tapped in, then gave us confirmatory. More entries. This is why I hold that sale, which I shared in the free group. So if I show you and I take you to this area, you're going to see that we shall have the daily, we shall have the daily or daily or weekly. Now we can see that in the daily we had here candles of the same color. But what do we see here? Instead, we don't see candles of the same color. We still see a lower low and a lower high still being portrayed. That means we shall have it in weekly, as you see. Now you can see that in weekly, we had the overlap stretching through. Sorry, let me show you. We had through the overlap stretching through here. You see this here? We have that. That's why price came in here, also taking more sales. But before that, even here, we see we have a key area, which indicates probably could have had a monthly there. Is it okay? Monthly overlap. Candles of the same colors you can see. So that is what is giving you extra area to sell in. So let me take you now to simpler ones like JPY. There's some recent trades that I took. So for those who remember the previous live, you see what happened in JPY. The bad boy was able to fly. Is it okay? So if you go back down to the daily, so what do we see? So we can see that price kept on rejecting this area, and what do we see? We have this area. Please, can you stop annotating? Okay, seems we have some babies here. Is it okay? Um, so, um, so what we see, so we can see that we have here this area, and we can see price respecting here in the daily, which means we shall have here 1 week overlap that you can take in a trade, and we can see candles of the same color. Is it okay? Candles of the same color, so price comes to tap in and go. Let's take it further to 4 hour, and you see. So if I take you back to the 4 hour, where was it? Somewhere here down here. So you can see we had this area. What we see, price breaking above, indicating now this is a perfect flip level area, flip entry model area 1. We have here sufficient buyers resting, so the buyers had to be taken in here. If I take you to daily, you will notice we have there an overlap. Do you see this? We have here an overlap, candles of the same color. So price taps in and flies. Is it okay? This one was given in the swing VIP group. We are still holding up our trade. So you see that? So that happened. So if I take you also more to card chef, please can you stop annotating? Card chef in the daily. Okay, let's go to some dailies. Let me first switch to 4 hour to make some sense. Okay, which trades did we take last time? Okay, there's some buy before I show you some sales that we took. We had some buy, where was it? Some sale that we took somewhere recently. Before I show you this sale happened, um, was it Katchef? We first go back to daily. This is whereby we first took some sales and buys. Just of recent. Okay. Okay, here we have so many, but I'm going to show you something. Okay, let me first show you on these other old ones. So we can see that price broke here, structure to the downside. And what do we see? We see weak rejection. So this is what we call the inside camouflage, or what we call the inside, the inside camouflage, or what we call the overlap. You can see candles with the same color. So price comes back here to short. This is daily. That means we have it in 4 hour. Is it okay? We have it here in 4 hour. So let me take you there. Let me take you there. Let me mark it for you here. There's some buy that we call to recent. Okay, let me take you there. Remember, they are very, very powerful when you understand the trend. So you can see that in the 4 hour, we had this. We had this. You can see this area. So price is here, comes to settle in here. Then had confirmatory entries and boom, all those pips. This is the one that we took last year. Is it okay? But there's one I'm looking for, the one that we took with the recent buys. Even here we have, but this is not a reliable one because I think we didn't have a daily overlap. We didn't have one. So, but it's not that clear. You can see this. It's not clear. We don't have any weak rejections, as I told you. This one doesn't have, so we don't take this downer one. It's useless. There's one that we took. There's one that I want to get. It was making some sense. I don't recall well. I think it was in the 4 hour or 1 hour. Okay, let me first investigate in well. Okay, let me first go to others. Let's first go to Euro GBP. Euro GBP. So that was flip entry level one. So if we sorry, flip entry one. Sorry, I'm addicted to games. So we can see this here. We have a breakout structure. You see that. Then we have here weak rejections. We can see this in weekly Euro GBP. What do we see? A higher high and a higher low formed inside, which indicates now we have a very good sufficient buy resting here. That's why price is pumping up. So if I take you back to 1 month, we shall see we have there an overlap. As you can see, candles of the same color, and at least even we have weak rejections. You see, very easy stuff. Even this sale that we got last year, which I held for a long time. What do we see? We can see here so many weak rejections. We have here an overlap, which indicated that we have there a daily, sorry, 1 week. It was in 1 week. If a 1 week key area, as you can see, this was the weekly area. So price comes to tap in here, then it sells. Give me a second, guys. So it comes into sell. So we can see that happening and price drops. Even on gold, we have the most beloved pair by majority. Gold is also the most beloved pair by majority. We have it of recent. So this is sponsored by HFM. The link is in there. It has the best spreads. It has very good spreads. So if you go down to the daily, let me show you something. Now, in the daily, we have this breakout structure in the daily. You see that? But if you observe, we had here one down, which had so many weak rejections. So that means we have a 4-hour. Is it okay? We had here 4-hour. See that 4-hour area of interest that caused in these bad boys to buy. Is it okay? Even here down, for those who come for our mentorship, shall explain you on how to take entries like professionals. So we have also this area, as you can see. See that it stops you on top exactly. Now, this is another entry model. This will confuse majority of you. But if you can see H4 hard here, so if I take you to H1, this is why it stopped there, but this is a little bit tricky because I've not taught you the entry mode another one. Because here, if this H4, we just got 30 minutes. But for this one, I don't want to skip any time frame. It will be easier. This wouldn't have been the model one that you will take as you. But if you go back to the highs, so that is one. Then you have another one happening in New Zealand today in the daily. So we have this break of structure in the weekly, but what we see an overlap, and we see what weekly rejections here. Weekly rejection. That means we shall have here daily, holding us price here. This is the trade that I took for New Zealand in the swing VIP. In the swing VIP. So as we can see, we have here this daily area. So you can see that price coming back here. And that's why it's buying. So we took a confirmatory and it's still heading back up. Is it okay? The same, we had another entry model, flip entry model. You can see with the rejections, several of them. Now we can just go to 4-hour or 1 hour. But this is another entry model, which I didn't want to show you, but let me just give it to you. You'll spot this. So this still goes deeper. We had an H1. So brokers will hide in, but we always take confirmatory. So we have to be very, very vigilant. So that's the entry flip model one that was sponsored by HFM. So we have another one in our DUSD. Have so many pairs that you have to create that. Is it okay? Okay, let me first remove this. So we had one which happened recently in 4-hour that caused in some long-term buys. So we have here, what do we see? Price over rejecting this level, a lot of pressure. Then we can see price, coming back to this area, then it bought. Is it okay? It bought. That's flip entry level one. Okay, so I think these are enough for you. But just know you have so many. Okay, I can take you more into maybe your USB. Just make sure you have a weak overlap to make sense. And trend is your friend. Is it okay? This one, we have another entry model here that is causing these buys that you're seeing that have to continue higher. We had another one here, this area that caused this. We had another one here. All these have overlaps for dailies, confirmatory, then we fly. Is it okay? Then we had here another one. They're so common. Is it okay? They're so common, then price comes back, continues. As I told you, they are very perfect in a free world. If I say the free world is when price is retracing inside your higher highs and higher lows, when even price is leaving out, your area of interest, higher highs and higher lows. But if it reaches here, this side, the breakout, we exit. You don't even think of them because here they will be so weak, but they're very good in continuations and in expansion. After reversals, they are so common. Is it okay? They are so common. So for those who come for our classes for deep understanding about them, we have $200 class physical and online $300. For the June intake, July intake, so is beginning on 12th of July, and we only teach for 2 months. The first month is intensive theory and some bit of practice and homework. The second month, we focus on the risk management strategies, capital accumulation strategies, tests and psychology, then a certificate in the second month. But we learn from Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Is it okay? Then for online, we learn from 9. Physical, we start from 11 to 1 p.m. Then for online, we begin from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So practice on it very well. Follow those rules. You'll see it apply. Is it okay? We just have to see a stronger key level price respecting here a lot. Then we can take a trade. Is it okay? Make sure it has an overlap. Make sure it has here high and higher low. And make sure it's in a free world. Then you take the bias. All right. Thank you.